Okay. This is take two because the battery died, and now I have my portable charger on the GoPro. As y'all can see behind me, I kind of cleaned up. Kind of, not fully. I got a lot of it done. I still need to move the compressor outside, and then I'm going to run a line through this. It used to be a window here, it's broken. I'm going to drill a hole through that sheet metal that I put there to kind of board up the cold and animals from getting in again. And I'll run it to a air chuck wheel right here, and then that'll be outside, not as loud in here. I got the car in, still got a lot of room. I still need to clean up in the corner and everything. I'm not anywhere near done, but while Chloe is taking a nap and Heather is taking a nap, I am going to prepare to get this carpet set into the car. It's enough carpet to go all the way to the front and some, which is awesome. But my main goal today is to get it prepared in the back side so I can get the trim out and start. Where's the trim at? It's in this trash can. It's on that. Get the trim ready and get it all laid back into the car. Put some insulation in here. Get her dolled up. We had a whole bunch of rain come in, and you can see there's a little puddle here from this dadgum seal. I gotta get this resealed. I just don't want to take this out and not be able to find the seal for this. But that needs to be done in a heated shop for sure, so the rubber's not stiff. Get it done. We had a lot of rain, which sucks, and I got some rat poop in there from when the rat came in. I need to clean that out. And you can tell I got it all taped up here in the middle. They swarmed in the good old farmhouse, so I gotta get it sealed. I mean, I got it in here too. Look at that corner. I don't know if you can see that dark thing of just poop. The rat used to be chilling in here, so I'm gonna trap this whole place up. I gotta finish sealing it. You can see light in there. Just an old shop house, farmhouse, but I want to get it sealed if I'm gonna leave this car in here first of all, and I'm probably gonna do a different kind of door, something that'll actually seal, maybe from the inside, like a roll down. I don't know, I'll figure it out until I get my shop built, which I'm in no rush to get it. I got this space that I can apply myself in for sure. But that's not what we're talking about right now. Right now we're working about getting this hatch done, and not hatch, but interior part done. So before I go like taking the whole relay and all that crap out and the power cable, I can't even put the carpet in yet because I still don't have this side fully insulated to where it covers over here. Obviously this isn't insulated, but my first goal is right here. There used to be a hump that went right about here, and I was going to cut this out and weld the piece in and make it all good, but I don't want to weld with the gas tank in here and fumes. I've seen too many explosions and stuff. So what I'm really gonna do is I'm gonna cut from here to here with some, probably my cutters. I'm just gonna cut this little piece up and then angle up a little. Probably cut it right about here, right where the hump goes, just to get this little hump out of the way. And it's not like a structure thing or anything. Not a big deal. Later on in the future, I'll end up pulling it out and welding it. But what I got is this piece of aluminum that I'm gonna cut. It's pretty thin. I'm gonna cut it and chisel it, I guess, bend it to that angle, and we're gonna seam seal it. We're gonna, whatever they call it, yeah, seam sealer it and rivet it in for now, and then later on I'll come and get it a steel piece made and weld it. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm going to change anything in the background. Anyways, I might end up going higher up to here, all the way in the back later on in the future, and putting a higher gas tank in, like a feel safe later on. But for now, it's going to get some sort of interior in it, especially in the front. I need it. I'm done with the smell. Driving it in the wintertime is all right at standstill. I got a catch can coming for the breathers, because when I turn my blower motor on, if it's at an idle, it's just sitting still and warming up, it's sucking in those fumes into the car. I'm trying to get the whole car sealed up. So you can tell my eyes burning early in the morning when I drove to work. Obviously I want it sealed. Well, first of all, I don't want to smell it all the time, but I want it sealed for when Chloe's in here, Heather's in here, and we go, while the weather's nice and not hot, we go do a family cruise to Pops or something. I want her to not be smelling that. So that's our goal here. That's what we're trying to plan on getting taken care of. But, so I'm going to get this cut real quick while my GoPro charges. And then get the piece kind of mended in where I want it. And then we'll pull this out. We obviously got to pull it out. We're going to dynamat it, this as well. This will have a piece of carpet over it. And I'm going to go to the hardware store later on and get some thick washers to wash her down where the carpet is and everything, have it down. I need a couple of longer screw ones back here. And then I'm probably going to put some foam, like window seal foam on the bottom of this. Like a thick piece right here to kind of sandwich it down even more. Maybe not foam. I might do this rubber. I might order me some of the rubber again. And that way I have an airtight seal. I don't think foam will be airtight. But that's my goal right now. So the hiccups. I'm gonna get y'all on the charger, let it charge, get that cut out real quick, get my piece made, and then I'll show you what we look like. And then after that, hopefully we might even be able to get the carpet laid in tonight. I think I have a blade somewhere, so I'm excited. It's been a long time coming since I've had, you know, carpet in this thing. So luckily the metal here is thin enough that I could use tin snips. So that's what we did. We tin snipped it. I also noticed I think I need new rings now that I'm on the E85 Live. These look like they're dirty. I don't know if they're dirty from like the first time I did it or what. I'll have to check that out later on. But here's what we did. So this big hole here is where the rib nut is for the actual cover plate. So what I did was I took a Sharpie in there, got it leveled in there, so now it fits around that. Kind of see the ground. And then I went ahead and did my first rib nut drill right here to line it all up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some sealant on it, smash plate it up in here, and then just start drilling. I'll probably do these, I'm trying to do it with one hand. I'll probably do this one here and then this one up here, and then kind of square off this whole section first. And then I gotta get under here with my hand and push it up against it. I already hammered it flat. You can kind of see it all hammered up. It's just thin cover metal. And we'll seal it in. Now it's trying to get this sucker going in here, get sealed up. Boy, I tell you what. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as they would say. Yeah. Can't do this with one hand. Oh my gosh. I really didn't want that much, but I'll take it. It'll be alright. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yep. Alright. 'Tis but a scratch. One of many. Okay. Booyah! One down. I can get the rivet out. See, I might not put more rivets in. I don't know yet. We'll find out. But it's back to where it was, flat. So now I'm gonna re-peel all this Dynamat up. Actually, I might just patch that Dynamat with this stuff. Get over here real quick, and then we'll go from there on that. And then I gotta get longer bolts because these barely go to where they are anyways because these rib nuts are so shallow or deep. So I'll get longer one of those, new washers from the hardware store, because obviously we're gonna have like a 1/2 inch rubber cushion under it that we want to squish down and tighten up real good. So we'll get those. And after that, I think we start cutting the carpet out. So I think it's a pretty good victory so far, I will admit. We'll pull this out, battery tray out, have this whole thing done up, smack the carpet in here, and then we definitely need to work on getting this window seal fixed in case it rains. Because I'm not trying to have water dripping like it was just now. Not a fan at all. But it may actually be this too, these spoilers. I may test it and spritz some water in them and see if they're slipping down. But let me get this all buttoned up real quick, and then I'll show you all the afterthought, I guess. Or actually, also, right here is my gas sensor, or my level sensor. See how it's kind of mashed down? I need to drill a hole right here on that plate to somewhere down to the bottom right, so that's not mashing anymore. And then everything is flushed down. And then, of course, we'll get the rubber seal and everything. So let me get that done real quick, and then I'll show you what we have done for now, and we can plan for the next couple of steps, because this interior is going to be quite a fun time. Not really a fun time, but I know gasket seal, maybe the spoiler side wings need some rubber O-rings where the bolts go down in here, way up in that hole. Maybe that may be why it's dripping right there, or that little puddle right there. Of course, you gotta clean all that crap out, but I'm assuming from the location of it, it's dripping from right up here like it normally does. So I'm holding y'all up on a massive tripod, so it's kind of hard to move around. But let me get this real quick, and then we'll see what we got going. All right, so I put the panel back in. I made a boo-boo and cut the wrong side, but it looks like I need to trim this up anyways. It's a little hanging off a little bit. And got the other side cut like I needed to. Got it filed down, nice little gap, so it's not gonna hurt it. You can kind of see an exposed wire right there. I need to cut this wire and replace it anyways, which was what I'm gonna do anyways, and I get all the wires out. But that is no longer mashing, which is good. Now I need to put some of the dynamat on this piece, and then pull this plunger out, dynamat it, put this plunger back in, and we'll go from there. And of course, we'll fill in this gap with some dynamite to level it up, the little 1/16 of an inch gap, and then we'll put another layer up and just have it sealed in, and then go from there. I might even put a bolt in here for that part, maybe, we'll find out. But got this panel back in now. Basically, I need to clean all this up and do this wheel well like I did this wheel well. Little strips here and there. Get it sealed in. I need to go get some like carpet backing insulation. I'm going to fill in this whole crevice, and then I'm going to seal it basically with this stuff all across. Probably not here, but all these holes and everything. Trying to just quieten it down as much as I can. The back only had this, over here it only had like this, I don't know, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch backing. It's all old. I don't really want to put it back on here. I may put some on here. Actually, I don't really know yet, but I'll do something. I'll figure it out. But I want to get it sealed in real good so I can start laying the interior. Then, of course, we have to take the driver's seat out, do the backing on the driver's side, get it done, transmission tunnel, pull the dash back out, fill in all the holes with weld in all the holes that we don't need, have it completely sealed. So I got the panel covered, and of course I gotta pull this back out when I do the carpet part. But yeah, it went on pretty good. So when I do the carpet, I'm gonna leave a lot of excess, and I'm gonna probably have it about this far in, glued all the way around. Yes, this side will be dirty, but I want it sealed and not coming off. So we'll wrap it around real good, glue it in really good, and the carpet will be done. Cut the hole out, cut all my holes, which I'll be doing here in a minute with a scribe. Basically, what I'll do here is I'll take my little punch scribe, I'll go under here, just hook it up, go up here so I can hold you at the same time, poke a hole right in the center, nice and tiny, nice and tiny. All right, so now I got that tiny weep hole up there, and then I come over here, I see my weep holes, and what I usually like to do is either take my big torque sprit or like a big Phillips and kind of just let it push it. I think a Phillips will probably be better to do with one hand. We'll take our big Phillips here, put it in the hole, just kind of push, twist a little bit, and once it gets to the actual smooth part, I'll kind of like bevel it out like that. And basically what that does is it kind of, I don't know if you can see it, it kind of just mashes it all around it. So we'll do all those. And then on the carpet, what I'm gonna do when we get to that video is I'm gonna heat this up with a heat gun. And I'll basically do the same thing once the carpet's dry and everything, and I'll heat gun it and poke the holes, and it'll melt the carpet. Just a little weep hole will melt the carpet. And then I won't use a Phillips head, I'll actually just use the bolt, push it in, and let it stretch the carpet there and not, you know, make a giant wall or that hole so it's tighter on the carpet side. But we'll do that later on when we get to that. So this is done. I had a little excess piece left over and I kind of laid it in here, and I can see I still have this little gap up right here. So what I'll do is I'll cut this out. I'll take these two pieces and stack them up, get this nice and up part. This part I'm not too worried about. It's just the part where it bolts in. So from here across, I want this gap filled in with just insulation or this tar stuff. So I'll cut it, stack it, so it's level with this piece and this piece, because you got to remember we put that piece on the bottom, so the width of this, which is like 1/8 of an inch, if that, needs to be in the middle here just to level it out. So once everything's down, just less chances of an air leak, a fume leak or something when we have a rubber gasket, kind of like this stuff. This one I think is a 90 out. I really need one that kind of goes like onto the side and then down. May not be able to find one. If I can't find one, I will probably end up gluing it on the inside where the carpet ends and gluing a seal in. Or I might just get a big rubber piece to go over the carpet and stuff, like an edge, and just let it edge down. Go from there and make it nice and snug. And then it'll be like a rubber ring around it to airtight it down. So that's it for now. I mean, the car is gonna go, I gotta put this back in the car because the car is going back outside because I haven't caught the rat. I don't know if he's in here anymore, but he chewed up my battery, trickle charger and everything, and I don't want him chewing up my car. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna go through that, not a day, nope. That's to continue on to the next video. So y'all have a good weekend. I'll catch y'all out. And shout out to all the veterans. It's Monday's Veterans Day, so I'm gonna see if I take my dad out to eat or something. And if you just see a veteran, thank them, man. They do a lot for us. We let that go to, we got that, what's the word I'm looking for? We don't think about that. We would probably be like, not how we're doing it right now. I might not even be able to do this in my garage if it wasn't for them. So shout out to them. You guys have a good weekend, and I'll catch y'all later.